Hi everyone, Stacy Whiter here on behalf of Campus Mortgage, bringing you some quick tips on derogatory credit and some important waiting quick periods. So very quickly before we get started, just a quick reminder, this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal advice or used in place of Fannie Mae guidelines. Also, this video was created on December 26, 2016, and the information is subject to change without notice. When it comes to bankruptcy, a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 11, the waiting period is 4 years from discharge or dismissal date. Now, it can be as low as 2 years from discharge or dismissal date, but only with extenuating circumstances. Next, let's talk about a bankruptcy for Chapter 13. So this has a little bit of a different waiting period for discharge versus dismissal date. So it's 2 years from discharge date and 4 years from dismissal date. And the reason it's shorter for discharge because they automatically assume that the borrower has already met a portion of the 4-year period when they were in that repayment of the Chapter 13. Now, it can, again, go down to 2 years from dismissal date with extenuating circumstances. Now let's talk about foreclosures. It's 7 years from the completion date of the foreclosure action. Typically, that's going to be reported on the credit bureau. It's 3 years when there are extenuating circumstances and they're documented, which we'll talk more about extenuating circumstances here in just a second, but it's 3 years with these restrictions. A 90% LTV maximum. If it's a purchase, it must be a principal residence, and if it's a refi, it can only be a limited cash out refinance. Next, let's take a look at deed in lieu, pre-foreclosure sale, or charge-off, or mortgage account. In any of these scenarios, it's going to be a 4-year waiting period. 2 years when extenuating circumstances are documented. All right, so let's talk about extenuating circumstances. You've heard me mention that on every single one. Well, an extenuating circumstance, according to Fannie Mae, it has to be a non-recurring event, something that is beyond the borrower's control, sudden, significant, and prolonged reduction in income. So because of whatever this event was, they went for a long time with either no income or a significant decrease. It has to be catastrophic, a catastrophic increase in financial obligations. So some examples of this might be a very serious and prolonged medical issue for the borrower personally, or maybe something with their children. So the key is that you have to prove that whatever this event was specifically related to the bankruptcy or to the foreclosure or whatever it is. And there had to have been no other reasonable option available to that borrower other than to default on their payments. Now, one thing I will mention is that typically divorce is not going to count as an extenuating circumstance. So keep that in mind. Well, that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. For more tips and videos, please visit campusmortgage.org and look for the weekly mortgage tips and videos, which are designed specifically for mortgage professionals, including underwriters, processors, loan officers, closers, and post-closers. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.